Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't want to be talking and nobody can hear me. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. I know I have, and I am. Obviously, today is a day of remembrance for people who have left us. For myself, I use it as an opportunity to think about the lessons that I've been taught by my loved ones and how I can utilize those lessons. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning. I so appreciate you guys taking your time to get in on this chat. But like I was saying, that today is an opportunity to take those lessons that we've learned from our loved ones that have left us and look at how we can utilize those in our future and in our present. Okay. I am Dana D. Wilson. I am the CEO and Director of Hair Cares Inc. I am a certified trichologist, a sister lock educator and consultant, a certified bioresearch assistant, and a certified code capper. Hey, Nivea, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I am a veteran, and more importantly, I am a mother of a son who is on the autism spectrum, which I hold as a badge of honor, you guys. Okay. In a nutshell, I am a hair advocate. So right now, what my focus is I am pulling away from the chair and I'm focusing on the natural hairstylist. I am focusing on the loctician, the sister lock consultant. I'm looking for these people who audacious hair practitioners that are looking to be coached and learn more about hair loss. The more you know about the hair loss, the better you can serve your clientele. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to coach you to take your business to the next level by adding that hair loss education into your repertoire. And you notice I did not say I was a cosmetologist. Notice I did not say I was a cosmetologist. And I'm saying that, I'm bringing notice to that only because I don't have anything against cosmetologists whatsoever. I just say that because you don't have to be a cosmetologist to be a hair advocate. You don't need to be a cosmetologist to care about and have the desire to service your clients in a way that you are concerned about the health of their scalp and how healthy their hair and their locks are. Okay, so just know that I am I've been in the natural hair care industry for over 20 years. And just by happenstance, I started out as a lock client. I went on to become a sister lock consultant, then as a trainer. Uh, Obviously, I've gone on to go to trichology school and so forth. Um, but I did that out of sheer curiosity and sheer desire just to take care of my clients and take care of myself. I personally manage hair loss myself. That's that's truly how I got into the hair loss side of the business. It's because now I start noticing things in my clientele. They were experiencing hair loss, some of my clients, and I wasn't really sure why because I was taking care of the hair really well. We had regular regimens. My clients were shampooing, cleansing their scalp and such, but could not figure out why some of my clients were experiencing hair loss. Then I started experiencing hair loss myself. And so I had to figure out what was going on. So I have a friend who's a trichologist. So I went to her first, like, what's going on? And I learned about the world of trichology. And trichology is the study of hair loss, and scalp disorders. So it's just like, how if you go to your primary care doctor, they may know stuff about everything. So if you go to the dermatologist, they know stuff about skin, hair, and nails, right? But a trichologist specializes in hair loss, and scalp disorders. So you might go to your primary doctor, but then you having an issue with your heart. So they send you to the cardiologist. So it's the same concept for a trichologist. However, I learned from that trichologist, it was uh, some things that was going on internally with me that was causing my hair loss. So let's just start there. So it is the internal that we have to look at in regards to hair loss. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I so appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to learn more about hair loss. So listen, today is the first episode of my 6-part series, which I'm calling Tricho Essential for Locks. Okay, specifically around locks. I mean, you can equate this information I'm sharing around hair in general, but I'm speaking about locks because we don't really talk about um, locks so much in regards to hair loss. For some reason, people think you go on natural, you get locks, you don't have to worry about hair loss because you're not dealing with the chemicals. And that's not true at all. Like I said before, we have to look at the inside. It is the internal that is making the difference on what's happening on the outside. So today, our topic is 3 myths of hair loss and loss. Now, you notice I'm looking down. I got my notes. Listen, I'm getting old and I cannot remember everything. So I got to have some notes so I won't forget. Good morning. I don't know who this is. It says Facebook user. Good morning. I don't know who you are, but please say who you are. I would love to know who you are. Before I get started here, uh, can we find out who's in the room? Who's in the room? Do we have a natural? Who are you? Are you a natural hairstylist? Are you a sister lock consultant? Are you a loctician? Are you a cosmetologist? Are you a client? Who's in the room today? Who has joined us? I would like to know who I'm talking to out here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, everybody. Tell me who you are. Put in there. Let me see who you are, you guys. But today's topic is the 3 myths of hair loss and locks. So let's get into it. The first myth is locks cause hair loss. When my clients were experiencing hair loss, they was going to the dermatologist or going to the primary care doctor. And the first thing that the doctor would say is that it's your locks. You need to cut these locks off. They too heavy. And they would say that before they even did any kind of assessment, that they did any kind of blood work, that they did any kind of biopsy. They didn't do any of that. They just told them your locks too heavy or it's too much tension. It is your locks that is causing the hair loss, so you should cut it off. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's the wrong answer, especially before you get an assessment. Okay. From what I have learned and what I know, it is primarily internal. Now, that's not to say we do have traction alopecia out here, meaning that the person is pulling and tugging in a certain area where the follicle may go dormant because the follicles, the strand keep being pulled out of the same place. That is external, but primarily it is internal. So we need to find out what's going on inside the person first before we tell them to cut off their locks. Now, depending on your locking method, it may be possible that you have so much gunk and stuff in there that it is weighing heavy. Oh, hey Jessica. Hey Jessica, thank you for supporting me, my dear. Thank you. Oh, okay. So I see we have some trichologists in here. Perfect. We have some people that's natural hairstylists and cosmetologists. Thank you for being here. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. But as I was saying, It could be true that depending on your locking method, you may be adding some gel, beeswax, some things in there that is heavy. However, even if you cut off your locks, the hair may not grow back. We have to look at what's going on inside that is going that is causing the body to then use your hair as the sacrificial lamb. Okay, so that's the first myth. Locks causes hair loss. That is not necessarily true. Do not let the doctor force you or pressure you to cut off those locks. Have them do blood work, have them do a biopsy, have them do a real true assessment before that is the last option to cut off those locks. Hey Jessica, that's the first myth. Let's go on. Myth two. What do you guys think is going to be? Hair loss is in my destiny. A lot of us believe that because our mother or father have experienced hair loss, that we are going to experience it too. Or if we are experiencing it, we just surrender. Oh, it's in my family line. That's just what's going to happen. That's not, that is not necessarily true. Oh, good. I see we have some other natural hairstylists in here and certified trichologists. Hey, I'm so happy to see that people are moving on to learn more about hair loss. We need this in our industry because hair loss has become an epidemic. But that myth number two, hair loss is in my destiny, that is not true. Have you ever heard of something called epigenetics? What that basically is, let me read because I put it up a definition of it. Because look, like I said, I'm old. I need notes, you guys. It is the study of how your behaviors and environment can cause changes that affects the way your genes work. So basically, you know how you go to the doctor and they ask you, do you have cancer in your family? Do people in your family have diabetes? They ask you that because they're saying you're more prone to have cancer or diabetes, whatever is in your family line, primarily because of lifestyle. Because if you know you have cancer in your family, then we need to look at why do we have cancer in our family? Is it our environment? Is it the way we're eating? We have to start changing our behavior so that we won't get the cancer, right? It's the same thing that can be pertaining to hair loss too. If your mother is losing her hair, why was she losing her hair? Was it a vitamin deficiency? Is it the way that she's eating? So you can change your behavior so that that will not be in your future. Hey, Portia. Hey, Portia. Thank you for showing up, lady. So we need to look at what what happened in our family line that caused those things, and that same thing can pertain to hair loss. It does not have to be in your destiny because your father has hair loss or because your mother had hair loss or your aunties or whoever else in your family. We can alter that by changing our behavior, changing our lifestyle, that will turn the corner, that will change that. So we do not have to live into that hair loss is in my destiny because it was in my family line. All right. Myth three, the miracle products. A lot of people will contact me um, because they think that getting that perfect shampoo or that serum is going to make the difference on growing their hair back. No, ma'am. No, sir. There's no miracle product. 70% of the work is internal. You have to look inside what's going on. Do I have a vitamin deficiency? Is there a hormonal imbalance? Um, is it stress? What is it? Is it side effects to medication? There's no miracle product, you guys. And just because your girlfriend been spraying water on her hair and it's been growing it back doesn't mean that's going to happen to you. You need to, it is a personalized situation. There is no miracle product. You have to look at it like if you plant your scalp is the breeding area for your follicles, and your follicles actually grow hair, right? And so you have to start internally to fertilize. You got to get good soil. Your scalp is the soil, right? You got to get good soil. And the only way to do that is by feeding it with good food, water, vitamins, and minerals, and things as such, so that follicle can wake up and so it can produce hair. If you're just putting stuff on the top, that's not going to make all the difference in the world. That's not to say that it won't aid in the hair growth process, but it will not make the huge difference like it is to work on your internal. Y'all get that? You have to be able to have, well, you want to have this information so that you can share with your clients, because a lot of clients are just coming in thinking, I just need this shampoo, I need this conditioner, I need this serum, and this is what's going to make all the difference in the world. And that's not true. We're misleading our clients when we say we have that miracle product that's gonna do it. So we got three myths. What was our three myths? Locks causes hair loss. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We need to do some biopsies. We need to do some blood work. We need to ask questions about people's lifestyle before we start telling them to cut them locks off first. Okay, that is not the first option. The second myth was hair loss is in my destiny. Mm-mm. It doesn't have to be in your destiny if you do preventative measures or you do something right now to stop that from happening. And our third one is the miracle products. I feel so bad for people who go out and spend all this money on products when the product really is the food, our intake, what we doing internally, your mind, staying stress free. Those are the things that's truly impacting the hair growth or actually losing the hair. Who else we have in the room? Where are you guys looking? Where are you located? Jessica, where are you at now? Where are you guys located? Tell me. Let me hear some things from you guys. Are you guys the folks that are certified trichologists? Are you have what are you seeing with your clientele, you guys? Is it that are your clients coming in looking for that miracle product as I'm mentioning? Share with me some things, you guys. Oh, hey, Demetria. Demetria's in Chicago. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining me this morning. Arkansas, really? Wow. Nivea, are you fine? Are you guys experiencing people with hair loss? Is your clientele experiencing Texas and Hawaii? Okay. Who else? Tell me some things that's coming up for you guys for your clientele. Oh, Kansas. Hey, Shannon. Shannon is in Kansas. Wow. Thanks for joining me. If I didn't say I am out of Virginia, Hopewell, Virginia, which is near Richmond. Tell me some things about your clientele, you guys. Are you experienced people that coming in with hair loss? What are the things that they're saying? I mean, obviously, I only mentioned three myths, but obviously, there's all kinds of myths out here. Let's see, Nevia says they never want to hear that they have to do the work for their lifestyle. That's right. They have to put in, they have to commit to doing something. It's not an easy fix. We're so used to, that instant gratification, right? Putting something on the scalp and keep on going. No, ma'am, that's not how it works. Yes. Oh, someone else said healthy texture. What's your name at Healthy Textures Hair Clinic? Healthy Texture is saying they're getting bad information off the YouTube. Yes, that is so true. Um, Berdita, hopefully I pronounced that right. You're from New Bern, North Carolina. Thanks you for joining me. Yeah, YouTube. I mean, obviously I'm on YouTube, right? As well. So some of the information is good out there. Some of it is bad. That is true. Um, you got to do some homework. You got to go see a professional as well. Um, it bothers me so much to see people going out there buying all these products thinking that that is going to cure the situation. Let's see, Shannon, I can't afford to go to a dermatologist. Oh, okay, that's true. Shannon says the clients are saying they can't afford to go to a dermatologist or wait so long. That is true. That's where the trichologists come in. A lot of times, there's a long waiting list to go see a dermatologist. That's where the trichologists come in. Maybe you can go see a trichologist that specializes in hair loss and scalp disorders first. Um, to get some information or observation on what's going on with your scalp. Oh, Deborah. Okay, thank you, Deborah. Deborah is from Healthy Textures Hair Clinic. Oil. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you said that, Deborah, because a lot of people are putting oil on their scalp and don't understand that. Um, a lot of times when people see flakiness on their scalp or they say they see flakes, they think that they need to put oil on there, and it might be that your scalp is actually oily or overproducing oil, right? Basic is like Crisco. You know how it's an oil and then it become a solid. A lot of times our scalp is overproducing oil and then it becomes a solid, and then that create a flake. So you might be putting oil on something that's already too oily, because we have a sebaceous gland that's connected to every follicle on our scalp and it produces oil every day. So if you putting extra oil on there, you clogging the follicle. Therefore, it won't produce the hair. Demetria, hey Demetria, thank you. She said great information. I have a client with locks that's experiencing hair loss. Thanks for the input. Good. I'm glad you're gaining something from that. Listen, hair loss does not have to be in your destiny if you do preventative measures and you do something about it right away. That's why my focus is on the sister lock consultant, the natural hairstylist, and the lock professionals, the locticians, because we are the first line of defense for these clients. A lot of times they can't see the back of their hair or see what's going on or notice the changes in their scalp and their hair. And that's where we come in. We need to be educated so that we can tell them right away so they can get on top of it right away. It's just like any other ailment. Preventative measures is the best. Perdita, clients with clients, what did you say here? Clients with exposed scalp sometimes go too far gone and want you to add more traction. I'm not sure exactly what your clients with exposed scalp sometimes too far gone and want to add more traction. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Perdita, but and want you to add more traction. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, but here's the deal: we can learn how to use our skills as locticians in such a way that we are not part of the problem in regards to our clients losing their hair. We don't have to be pulling and tugging on that on those hair strands. And that's part of some of the things that I will be sharing over the next couple of weeks. So today was the first of a 6-part series. I think, let me look at here. Like I said, I'm too old now, right? I can't remember everything. But I have a 6-part series. Today is about the myths. Next week is going to be about the truths about hair loss. I see Jessica, you said education is key. Yes. Just because you didn't go to cosmetology school doesn't mean you don't need continued education. Even cosmetologists need continued education. But I do understand if you didn't go to cosmetology school, you may not necessarily know where to go to learn more about hair loss. But here, I'm your girl. I will help you through this. My 6-part series that I'm doing is leading up to a class. I have created and developed Tricho essentials for locks that I will be. The first class is July the 11th. So if you know already as a practitioner, you need some real hands-on direction into learning more about hair loss. Sign up for my class, everybody. In the class, I'll be going over learning how to identify the hair loss conditions because we have many different kinds of hair loss or alopecia. If you don't know, alopecia and hair loss is the same. Alopecia is typically the medical term that the doctors use. The client they're losing hair, and they go to the doctor and they say, "Oh, you have alopecia." Well, yeah, the client knew that before they came in there that they're having hair loss. But there is a name to the alopecia. There are names to the alopecia. I heard one doctor, dermatologist, say there's a first and a last name to your alopecia. So you may have traction alopecia. You may have androgenetic alopecia. There is a first and a last name to the alopecia, or AKA hair loss. In the class, you'll also learn the do's and don'ts to prevent hair loss. As a practitioner, we have certain things that we can do um, and certain things we shouldn't do in regards to supporting our clients around hair loss. Yes, Nivea, it's going to be online. It's going to be a Zoom class. It's going to be a Zoom class. The third thing you'll learn in the class is protocols and practices that will support your clientele. We have a duty. We're standing behind the chair, you guys. Sometimes the clients have no idea what's going on back there. And as soon as we see something that might be looking strange, we need to let them know. And there's certain things that we can ask and do that will support the client. But my first class will be on July the 11th. So if you know already you want to sign up, let me tell you where to go to sign up for the class. Go to tricholocks.com and sign up for the class. The first one is going to be July 11th. But if you're not sure, no worries. I'll be here next week. We'll be talking about the 3 truths to hair loss. We're going to get into it a little bit more. Um, but we are the first line of defense. And so we got to know what's going on, everybody. We got to know what's going on. Let me see. We got one more comment here. I'm not going, hey, Marjorie. Hey, lady. I ain't seen you in a long time. Hey, lady. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So listen, I'm not going to take too much more of you guys' time. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support for being here. I would like to see you next week. It'll be, like I said, it's going to be a 6-part series. So I'll be here next week as well, Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Next week is going to be about the 3 truths to hair loss. Hold on, I'm going to give you my whole rundown here. Give me 1 second. I don't know it off the top of my head, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. But hold on, let me get to it so I can tell you. So next week is going to be the 3 truths about hair loss and locks. Then we're going to be 3 questions you need to ask before establishing locks. 3 effective habits to identify changes in the integrity of your client's hair and locks. 3 lessons you can learn. Ooh, this one's going to be good, you guys. 3 lessons we can learn from Jada Pickett Smith's public hair loss challenge. We're going to get into that one. And then the last one is how to use and apply knowledge about hair loss so you can stand out above the rest, you guys. We got to get you in a position where the folks are coming to you because you're going to help them with it's not just doing the practice of locks. It's about also learning how to save the hair, right? Or prevent the hair loss. So come on, you guys, make sure you join me next week as well, and go on this journey with me. Thank you so much for everybody who have joined me on Facebook, who was in my Facebook private group, Tricho Sister Locks, and on my Facebook page and YouTube. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys next Monday. See you then. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye bye.